Hey there. So, this is my witch farm. We worked on it last episode, but it's still a little bit broken. It needs more work. And that is because. Wait, does fire resist work on magma blocks? So, really, the only way that we're going to be able to kill the witches is with fall damage. They have potions for everything else. So, we're going to try and funnel them up a giant like glass tube, and like this will all be a bubble stream. They'll come up here and then we'll drop them down in the center. So first off, when they fall off their platforms, they're going to fall down into this trench, and we want to line them up with that stone column that's eventually going to be the bubble column. So I was thinking if we just put water in the corner, that might be good enough. We'll just test it using ourselves. I'm not really sure how the water interacts in the center. Yeah, so I think we might need to stretch this to be too wide. And we don't want the giant bubble column to be right next to the spawning platform. It's going to be in the way. So I think rather than have it in the corners, we're going to move the water to the middle. And then the bubble columns will be in the corners. And this should work pretty well. So if I'm a witch, yeah, it looks like all the water is pushing me straight into the center. So then we'll put the bubble columns in each corner, and then the witches will get pushed up. I did say water was tricky. So there is actually one dead spot here. I'm not pressing any buttons right now, and I'm stuck here. But I'm assuming that the witches will probably move around a little bit, and because they're on ice, it's going to translate into more movement than normal. So they should be able to get out of this pretty easily, and if any other witches fall, they'll probably bump them, and so it should be fine. The further I get into this, the less sure I become about this plan. That's okay. That's what makes it fun. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to have the water here. No, we're going to have the sign there. That's what I meant. Like that. So we'll have the water. When we're normally standing, we are underneath the water, but mobs are always holding space, basically. So the witches will actually be coming in like this. So they should hit this water and just swim right up it. So I think we don't actually need a bubble stream because they will be their own bubble stream. And then to maximize space where the witches can like fall down and stuff, I think we're going to have trapdoors like this, and then we'll have a water source block inside. So hopefully if the witch is like coming along, it gets to the water and it just starts swimming up like that. And if a witch spawns over here and it runs off the edge, boop, yeah, it has plenty of space. So this shouldn't get in the way. Perfect. So this is a new pattern that I made. Before we had blocks going around, and sometimes the witches couldn't see us and sometimes they could get out. So I think with this pattern of trapdoors, we cover the minimal visual space, but we make it so that if the witch is like trying to run through here, it'll get stopped. So when they slide off of their ice pads, they should just run straight into here, fall down, and then get lifted up in this water stream. So while down there we have trapdoors to save space, I think that above what I want to do is have glass so that we would be able to see the witches like swimming up and then getting transferred over to the killing chamber. That'd be kind of a cool effect, I think. Okay, so this is 26 blocks up. This should kill the witches. We can always move it up later if we need to. There's not really going to be anything complicated up here. It's just glass blocks and water. So we're going to place the water up top here, and we'll want this to all be source blocks. Oh, by the way, if you're worried about the witches drowning in here, don't worry. They drink water breathing potions. I'm telling you, they have potions for everything. It's crazy. So next we just have to break, all the blocks in the middle. And the easiest way to make this all source blocks is we just get some dirt. Aha! I found dirt. Okay, Then I'm going to place it on this bottom block. We should be able to open this and place kelp. Here we go. Just place all the kelp to the top. I need to slip in here. Dude, I love how trapdoors can like make you go into like crouch mode, crawl mode. Super convenient. So this should make it all source blocks, and that way the witches aren't like pushing against the downward flowing water. So this should be as fast as we can reasonably expect them to go. I should have put water. I mean, there's already water here. I should put glass here. Oh well. Not really, there's not really anything it can destroy. There's just the 2 command blocks, the one that removes the minecart sound and the one that gives them additional speed, so. Oh, wow. I literally ran out of kelp. The block right underneath the source block. Oh, that was pretty close. Okay, now we get to do the fun part. And if we make that a source block and the witches are swimming, they should be able to swim all the way up. Perfect. Whoa. It looks cool from inside the pipe. Well, that was speedy. I already got one of these tunnels finished. So I finished the top of it. So if the witches are holding space, like their AI tells them to, then they're going to hit the top here and they're going to swim up just a little bit and they're going to go forward. I'm going to swap this out probably to ice. So I've just finished this first tube and a thought crossed my mind. If the witches are swimming up like this the whole time, do they ever actually touch the ice? And if not, there's not really any point to putting ice. But if they do, there is a point. But I don't really know. So I'm just going to leave the ice. I have enough of it. Might as well just put a little bit here and there. The center where we're going to drop them is this block right here. The way that it intersects, it's not an even square. So it's going to be kind of like an oval sort of an intersection. So these 3 blocks will be the main drop point. And I think what we're going to do is we'll put like a wall here and a wall there. And then we'll have this center block. And that way, if there's 2 witches, they're not just going to get stuck up here forever. So hopefully that should work. And then it's only going to cost us 3 hoppers at the bottom, which will be pretty cheap. So yeah. A wandering trader spawned. Anything good? Oh, I don't have any coral. But 3 emeralds for 1 is kind of pricey. Oh well. So I've run out of sand. It's time to get some more. I brought a shulker box that has not too much stuff in it. So hopefully we should be able to cram it full of sand. Oh, and also I'll show you the packager. We made this a while ago. This is command block survival in case you're not aware. So we have these packages and we can stuff 9 stacks of the same thing into one package. So if we just go ahead and put it in there and unpack it. Ah, there's all the sand. So if you were wondering what the trade-off is for that packager, we have to spend some resources to even package something in the first place. So we need some cobblestone for the furnace. I'm grabbing that. And then this is our chest system. I love this system so much, but it is so expensive in command blocks. That's why we're doing this whole witch farm is I need redstone for command blocks, you know? This thing is starting to look kind of epic. It's like tall, spiry spires. I don't know. It's cool. Cool. So now I need to start cooking up the sand, which is going to take a while. So we're probably going to spend that time clearing out some of this area and making the spawning better for the witches. So something interesting about the way that we've been clearing this land, I'm trying to make it so that it's just 1 block of water deep. And that way we don't have slimes that spawn. Because if we put torches everywhere, regular mobs could not spawn, but slimes could. So Obviously that's no good. But we actually run into a roofed forest over here. Like when we're on this part of the track, mobs can technically spawn in the roofed forest, I think. In fact, this might be, look over here. This is Minecraft Swamp. And then if we go a little ways over here. Oh yeah, Dark Forest. Yeah, so in the Dark Forest area, we actually only have to just put torches because slimes don't spawn in the Dark Forest. But anywhere that is swamp, oh wow, this is swamp all the way up here. Anywhere that's swamp, we just have to dig all the way down. Oh boy. Perfect. Okay, so I have an idea here, and I needed somewhere to put the water. I was about to dig out a place, and then the creeper showed up. So, you know, works pretty well. There we go. An unnecessarily big infinite water source. So here's my idea. What if we just put water on top of any blocks that are the swamp? Like that should work, right? Then we don't have to dig it down. Oh yeah, this block right here is that's the swamp. Yeah, we're dark forest, swamp. So we could just do this to the whole mountain. And then anything that's roofed forest, we obviously don't need to worry about slimes, and so we can just spam torches. But that's way easier than what we were doing before. I wasn't sure if he counted as in the water, but apparently he did. So I've just been following the biome line here and filling in all the water. And once I get that done, then usually I just come back along here and fill in all of the missing spots. Because the way that water flows, it will not always spread over everything. And I think that that's one of the reasons why this is working so well. If this wasn't on a mountain, it might be a little bit more obnoxious. Because on a mountain, you know, you can just place the water bucket at the top and it all flows down. On flat ground, maybe not so much. That took like 20-25 minutes. Oh, I missed a spot. But I mean, you can see it's all like lit up. There's water everywhere. I just shrugged. I know you can't see it, but I just shrugged. I mean, it's pretty easy. Cool. Oh. Okay, cool. I think our second batch of glass is done. So we should be able to build the rest of the tubes now. Okay, there we go. We got the frame done. So now I just have to fill it all in. I got some like water just stored up here, but I haven't finished the trapdoors underneath, so that's the next bit to do. Uh-oh. It was bound to happen. So I had this like blocked off with dirt, and then I broke it, and the water only travels this far. So we might need to figure out a clever way to move the water. Because right now the source block is right above the sign, but apparently this is the 8-block limit. And we need it to go the rest of this ice, because this glass block is going to be the drop chute. But we need the water to at least get it to right here. So, I do have another water bucket. I wonder if we maybe put... Uh-oh, it's flowing backwards. That's not good. Oh, ho, ho. That's really close. That actually might be enough, because we're going to put fences here. So the water wouldn't be able to flow to this block probably anyway. All I did was I just placed a source block right here, because the water up here will carry you further. So if this is dead space, that's okay. And if this is dead space, that's okay. Because the water above isn't, and it pushes you forward. And so then, ta-da! I thought we were gonna have to move this all up a block or two. Okay. Bullet dodged for now. Man, trapdoors are expensive. I keep having to like go over to the forest, which I'm really glad is here, and chopping down a bunch of dark oak trees so that there's not just a bunch of random wood trapdoors everywhere. Oh boy. There we go. All the trapdoors placed. Except for the last, what, 3, 4? I ran out of trapdoors. And there's 3 or 4 spaces left. Like, come on. So there we go. Now it's actually done. It looks really cool, too. I didn't expect that. Look at this. Like, look at how imposing that looks. It's starting to look pretty cool. So I've just been watching during the night, and like I would have expected, nothing's spawning over there, and nothing's spawning where we were first clearing out the ground. It's actually kind of forcing a ton of mobs over here. There's been a bunch of pack spawns. Yeah, there's a creeper, skeleton, another creeper, spider, zombie. Like, there's a bunch of stuff. There was an enderman there, even. So, I think that this is, like, it's already closing off enough of the spawning that it's forcing some of it over here. Which, eventually, what we want to do is force all the spawning into the witch farm. So, seems to be working. And there we go. It is finished, in air quotes. This entire frame is done. The path that brings the witches up here is done. The spawning is going to take a long time to fix, because we have to do this whole area, we have to do that whole area, and we're not going to do all that in this episode. That would just be tedious, and I would need to do it off camera, and we got to do that area. This area, though, that quadrant is very good. And I bet that we'll even be able to get some results if we go and turn on the witch farm right now. Okie dokie. We're turning it off. And I took all the trapdoors off the side, because it seems like the witches will just slide right off. Like, I don't think we need the trapdoors on the side at all. And we kind of needed them for the surrounding area. So, there we go. The spawning platforms are active again. Let's get out of here. I think we might have taken too long getting it set up. There's a lot of stuff that's spawned around the edges, so the witch is not really going to be spawning in there. And I remembered I was going to move these sides of the rail in. This farm depends on distance quite a bit, and I think that we need to take this rail and move it in 2 blocks on either side for it to work to, like, the best possible efficiency. It's not a super efficient farm, but I mean, it's not that expensive. So, you know, pretty good balance. So I'm moving the track over to the side just a little bit. So this should hopefully aggro them a lot better than the previous minecart track. Wait. It's working. For a second I thought they didn't swim, but I think that's just undead mobs. Oh, you can actually see it. You can actually see it in all of its glory. Oh yeah. Whoops. Hey, it works. Oh man, I was like, oh my goodness, we're gonna have to move it up a block, and we're gonna have to do this thing, and we're gonna have to do that thing, and we're gonna have to make a bubble stream, and it's like, nope, it just works. Aside from, I maybe need to raise the glass walkway a little bit, but that's easy. Okay, let's go fix the glass railings, but we need to be pretty careful. Yeah. Wait, how are you alive? That water is supposed to push you. off the edge. What? Apparently there is a dead spot there, I guess. Oh, come on. Oh, it fell, I think. Yep. There's some XP. Okay, let me raise this glass walkway up a little bit. Okay, there's a witch. Oh, too close. Hey, it fell off. Can we see the hitbox inside of here? Or is it getting stuck? Oh. Wait, why doesn't it swim up? Oh, is it because it's targeting me? Do I have to be like far enough away? It's weird. It's like when it has the speed potion, it doesn't swim up. Oh, I think I know what it is. Look at this corner. The water's all flat and down. But then, if we go over here, it's like moving up directly into the corner somehow. I think that these are the ones that the witches are having problems with. So there must be some water like right behind there. That's weird. Yeah, because there's another one over here too. Yeah, but that one's fine. That's so weird. It's like reaching up like, where's the water? Yep, there's water right there. Okay. So, if we just do that. Aha! That should do it. No! Not again. Wait, what if it was the other kind that it liked? What if it needed that little up slant? Okay, they're both still alive down there, so I'm gonna try putting it back. I think if we put... Oops, too many. I think we put a block there. Then they go up? Potentially? Sometimes? I think the other one went up. But that one doesn't want to. It might be because it's targeting me. It's hard to tell. Oh, there's the witch at the top. It's flowing down that pathway. And... oh, I hope it didn't get stuck again. Okay, we might really have to fix something up there. It seems like they get stuck in the dead spot like every time. It's still sitting up there in the dead spot. Taunting me. Dude, the shape of this farm is really cool. It's like an X. Whoops. Oh, it got caught there too? Okay. The fire resist. Oh, hey, we got a potion. Pretty sure I saw a potion drop. Alright, we clearly need to rework this entrance. Okay, so I did something that is mildly clever. Basically, I just offset it. So this has the earlier short water path, and this has the long one. So all I really did was I just went over here, and I took this water source block away. But because this one is going long, then this block is no longer a dead spot. It pushes you over here, and then you get pushed, hopefully, off. Well, that confirms what I was afraid of. We're going to have to move the X up one block. But I think that's going to have to wait for another episode, because that is going to be a pretty hefty project. We're also going to have to move the collection system. You can see how I did like a really dumb barricade kind of thing. And yeah. So we'll have to move it up no matter what. But the rest of the farm seems to be working okay. We might need to refine this, but yeah, the witch is going up it, so it works sometimes. When does it work? Who knows? At least it works sometimes, though. Okay, so we made pretty good progress on the witch farm. I'm really happy with that. And we got some witches spawning. And we made sure that the collection works, even if the drop doesn't always kill them. Oh, this farm is kind of fun though. I like doing things in unconventional ways. You have to really think about like what to do. Yeah. Oh man, I'm really glad we moved this in 2 blocks. I don't think that would have worked before. Yeah, the witches are getting stuck. Wait, let's push them up so we can see it before the episode ends. And there they are. Ah, fully healed probably. Oh hey, the speed thing's working. The command block thing. Let's see, what kind of drops do we have? We actually did get redstone. 4 redstone. Oh my goodness. Eventually this farm will be a lot more efficient, but for now, I'm happy as it is. So I think that's going to be it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. It's kind of interesting problem solving type of episode, but yeah, that's going to be it from me. So I'll catch you next time. Later.